know that we're very comfortable where we're sitting, and if you're after the hearty meal, we're feeling a bit lethargic. But before you guys close your eyes and fall asleep, I have one question. With a quick raise of your hand, how many of you guys enjoy, oh, this isn't working. Oh, am I right? Oh, it's working? Oops. Okay, never mind. That was not supposed to be funny, but it's okay. With a quick raise of your hand, how many of you guys enjoy sitcoms? So, Modern Family, Seinfeld, any of these shows? Come on, I know you guys aren't that hardworking yet. Most of you guys, great. Okay, so the reason why we love all these shows is most likely due to the element of humor. Evoked humor removes distance between the television show and our lives, and also makes us feel good about ourselves. But how can we extend the humor we like from a television show, from a flat screen TV, into our own lives, and what can humor be rather than a temporary relief, entertainment, and an indulgence? Well, it took me 26 years to find my funny bone, and I hope it'll take all of you a shorter amount of time. Some teacher told me that the students here are way smarter than the RI boy, so I really hope that's true. I guess that is true. Well, growing up in an Asian family, I was always distilled with the notion that only people who worked hard, had grit, and were very, very smart got rewarded with success. There was no such thing as dumb luck. So I spent a huge amount of time to get into a good university. I worked harder even to find a job, and once I got a job, I worked much harder to redefine my job responsibilities. But all in this pursuit of success, I kind of lost myself, and I knew that time and drive were complementary elements of building success. But in the end, I wasn't really that gratified, and I think I might have been too serious along the way, and I kind of forgot to let some humor into my life. Well, most of us might be afraid to use humor, or might tone down our humor because we don't want to offend people, or because we want to build a more serious persona. And many of us might not have even identified humor, our own style of humor. And it's hard. Humor is individualistic, it has to be culturally sensitive, and always appropriate. The words humor and funny also don't elicit the most positive image. For example, no one likes to be called, you're funny. We like to be called, you're smart, you're sexy, you're cute. So when people hear the word funny, they think of, oh, you smell funny, or you act funny. It's not the best adjective. But let me share this with you. In 2013, Boston Consulting Group interviewed millennials like most of you guys here today, and humor and funny were actually one of the top attributes that most millennials identified themselves with. A good sense of humor shows confidence, maturity, and superiority. Now, for those people who work in this room, in 2012, Robert Half, a leading recruitment agency, actually interviewed 14,000 chief financial officers in America. 79% of these CFOs agreed that people with a good sense of humor were very important to fit into a company's culture. 84% of the CFOs agreed people with a good sense of humor do a better job, and 91% of the CFOs agreed that people who have a good sense of humor go further in life and have better chances of career progress. Now, Southwest Airlines, I'm not sure if you've heard of this, is actually one of the best companies in the United States that uses humor for their company. They use humor to brand themselves. They use sass to attract customers, and they use sass to keep employees happy. I really recommend everyone to YouTube how Southwest Airlines does this. But when applicants interview to join Southwest Airlines, the applicants are asked, have you ever used humor to resolve a workplace conflict? Now, I know for most times we've been on the receiving end of humor, so we always think that humor has to be visually stimulating because we've always been the audience. But humor is actually a very, very smart way to express yourself, to communicate, and to negotiate. At work, each year our company gives out discretionary bonuses. Discretionary bonuses are paid on top of your annual pay. And last year, my manager told me that I should hold my expectations because I probably wasn't going to get a good bonus. Well, no one likes to hear that, of course. So I told my manager, how many paintings should I steal from the office lobby to recoup this loss? And of course, my manager was a bit stunned, but she was smart, and she told me that I should hire 2 of my closest guy friends to steal the paintings. So, in a sense, using humor, I changed the subject from something that was controversial and mostly avoided into something that's very lighthearted. At the same time, expressing the same sentiment that basically I want more money and I want to be paid more. I mean, it's human nature, come on, greed. Well, humor is also good in the sense that it gets people to like you. And we're not talking about a popularity contest. We're talking about if people like you, they're most likely to listen to you, to help you out when you're in need. I was told that ACS started out as a boys' school, so most boys here haven't gone out on a date yet or haven't even held a girl's hand. So, if I were to ask the students here, and of course the parents can join, if the parents are single, what attributes would you be looking for in a potential partner? And please, share with me. Come on, you guys are smarter than RI boys, right? So, that's a little bit too easy, but fine, I'll give you that. And you're 17, so you should be thinking about show booths and all that, but okay. On any dating website or match app, like Tinder or Haktor, which you guys are a bit too young to use yet, GSOH, great sense of humor, is actually one of the top attributes potential matches look for. According to Stanford University of Medicine, women have this hardwired attraction to funny guys. So people who show a sense of humor show intellectual strength and also show confidence. And when humor is used appropriately, it gets people around them relaxed. It gets people happy. So you foster a better thinking environment. And that's good. A couple of months back then, me and my friends went out for brunch. And I was waiting at Ting's for my friend to pick me up. And I received a text message. My friend told me he was here. So I, of course, went down the stairs of Ting's and I opened the car door. But the car door wouldn't open, so I banged it a bit harder, and the car door still wouldn't open. And I was really getting a bit annoyed in this heat because there was traffic behind, people were honking, and I was getting a bit embarrassed, you know? So I sweared a bit, and I hit the car a bit harder. And I realized I was banging on the wrong car. My friend's car was actually behind. And that was very humiliating, yes. But once I got into my friend's car, I shared the same story with them. And in a sense, when you're confident and serious enough to share your own embarrassing stories with your friends, the laugh factor grows exponentially. Because a lot of times in this world, we often try to be someone else, but by showing who you really are and your authenticity, most of our friends would appreciate that. I won't keep going on to talk about humor, because most people who talk and give a very long speech end up dead or end up losing all their friends, because no one likes to keep talking about themselves. But from this, I hope to show that humor is a really smart way and a really good way to express yourself, to communicate, to get people to like you. And I know it's hard, but rather than memorizing jokes, learn to tell your own story, use your tone, use attitude if you have some, but most importantly, you have to define your own sense of humor and be comfortable in your own skin. Thank you very much.